Hi, friends. I'll give everybody a few minutes to jump on. Hey, Jess. Hey, Courtney, Anna, Nina. Come to see all your faces. I have my yellow drink in hand because your girl is on the struggle bus. Let me check into the pod and see if anybody else is coming. Can you guys hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Cool. Hi, Katie. Everybody, this is my friend Katie. She is a new coach on our team. She's a personal trainer, group fitness instructor, just all around awesome babe. So I'm excited for you guys to get to know her. Courtney, she's like right up your alley. She's got like the stroller mamas and the boot camp mamas. That's like that's her wheelhouse. So, okay, let's see. I thought Cassandra was going to jump on. Let me send a reminder, one last reminder. And I think I'm recording. All right. Okay, cool. They'll jump on as they're able to. Hey, Steph.
Hello.
So first, hey, Jackie. So I wanted to start out with a little bit of recognition because you guys are doing some awesome things. I know the beginning of the fall can start to be like, like we talked about a million times before, it can be super busy for a lot of people. People don't feel like they have the time to commit and all that, but you guys are still putting in the work. You're still getting out there and inviting and doing all of the things. So let's see. We got Carly is already locked in Success Club at SC6. Anna has 8 Success Club points, 6 of which are on Kai's account because she built him to help her get to Diamond, which is super awesome. Stephanie has locked in at 6. Carly, Chelsea's coach Carly's coach Chelsea has 4. Jessica has 2. Nina, you got 2. Jackie's got 4. Janae has 2. Cheyenne and Lynn both have 2 as well. So remember, guys, it's never too late until the 30th of the month rolls around. You know what I'm saying? So keep going, keep pushing. I had people just hit me up just today to get in, like people that I've been like, tagging on all month, and all of a sudden they're like, okay, cool, I'm in, so don't give up on those people and make sure that you are following up with them. And also Carly hit team builder. So on the leadership ladder. So if you guys don't know what that means, that's pretty freaking mage for her business. And if you don't know about the leadership ladder, definitely dive in and learn a little bit more about it because it is a great metric to gauge your business's success. So yeah, make sure you congratulate Carly. I don't know if she's going to jump on tonight, but if you see her, definitely tell her that's awesome. So I'm super pumped about this call. It's a call that I've been like super excited about for the last few weeks. But I wanted to make sure that I had all of our ducks in a row, that this was going to go smoothly and all these things before I presented
You're
it.
cutting out.
Oh, am I? Let me go over to it. Let me see if I can move my setup. Get closer to the router. Can you guys hear me now? Okay, perfect. Okay, so like I said, I wanted to make sure before I presented this call to you guys that I had all my ducks in a row, that everything was going to be smooth, that I knew what we were going to be doing before I tried to present it up to you guys. So we're going to start a huge transition, start October 1st. Some of you guys are newer, so it won't be such a huge transition for you guys, but some of you guys that have been with me for a while, like we're going in a different direction. So some of you guys were here back when Keisha and I combined our communities. Some of you guys weren't, but we decided we'd work better together. And that's how the Legacy Project Transformation Station came to be, right? So we created this united community, got a lot of engagement, and we grew super, super, super fast, faster than we had anticipated. Our community got big, and now we're to a point where I feel like I want to take you guys and allow you guys to flourish in a new environment, in a new community where you guys can really start to, you know, talk to your people, because like Transformation Station is great. There's a lot of engagement in there. There's a lot of amazing women in there, but a lot of people kind of are intimidated by a group that big. And also a lot of women feel like they kind of slip through the cracks, right? You're not able to keep up with your people as much as you should be able to with that giant group and it being so busy. So we are going to be creating our own community with our current challengers. So they're more than welcome to stay in Transformation Station. If your clients love Transformation Station, they don't have to move. Okay, like Keisha is totally cool with everything that we're doing. She's super supportive. She wants us to flourish and succeed. And she knew this was going to happen. So if your people want to stay in Transformation Station and also be in our community, great. If they just want to stay in Transformation Station, great, right? We're going to do what's going to serve our clients. But all of your new clients going forward are going to be in our new pages. I'm going to go over our new pages and we're going to streamline everything so that it's super simple for everyone, okay? Let me check my notes here to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so you're going to want to reach out to your people and let them know about the transition and let them know about the new group, and just give them the link and just let them know, like, hey, I'm super excited. We're making this transition so that we can better serve you. We're going to cater more to our small team's needs versus being in the giant community, and just letting them know it's a really super positive thing. Your clients are going to feed off of your attitude, right? So if you're stressed or you feel like you don't know what's going on, like they're going to feel like that, right? So make sure that when you're talking to them or you message them that, you know, that you're super positive and you keep a good attitude. This is going, our group is going to open on October 1st, okay? So October 1st is when we open the group. October 8th is day one of our next boot camp group, right? So it is a multi-program group. We're going to have people in there that are doing all of the programs that they're doing now, people that we bring in that are going to be doing Lift 4, 80-day obsession, 21-day fix, whatever. I think most people are probably going to be doing Lift 4 at this point, but we do have people doing other programs. So we have a few different groups. I posted the link in our group chat, and Katie, I'll get you in our group chat too. I posted the link in our group chat to all the new pages, okay? So we have a launch pad. So I don't know how many of you watched that Kate Morgan video that I posted, but she's super awesome. I love her. And I loved her idea of a prep group. Instead of prepping them in the actual challenge group, prepping them in a separate space where they can ask all the questions, they have all the information streamlined. It's not super busy. They don't see people in there already posting transformation photos and doing all the things, right? Because that's intimidating. They already feel behind before they even get started, right? Some people are cool, but some people do feel like that. So putting them in this holding tank, right? So anybody that enrolls between now and October 1st and until the 8th, they're going to go in this holding tank called the launch pad. So that group is already established. I've already created all the units in there. So your person is going to be able to go through each unit and know exactly how to get started with boot camp, right? They're going to know how to log into their Beachbody On Demand, how to find their nutrition program, you know, all about, you know, Shakeology and performance. So if you can't speak to the benefits, like they're already in there for you, right? So make sure you yourself go through the units so that you know what's in there, right? So that when you're following up with your people, you know what questions to ask and you know what they're talking about if they do have a question. So make sure you yourself go through the units. Can you guys still hear me okay, or am I cutting out? Good, okay. So that's our holding group. What's going to happen is once you put your people, I'm going to put that same information in our challenge group so they'll still have access to it after they leave the launch pad. However, we're going to take them out of that Launchpad group because I don't want them to be in like 10 different groups, right? It's going to be confusing. They're going to be like, do I log in the Launchpad? Do I log in our challenge group? Whatever. So you're going to delete all the people that you bring into that group, and then we're going to put them into our challenge group where they're going to stay indefinitely, right? So that's how that Launchpad group is meant to be, right? There's not going to be a lot of content in there. We're going to be, when we put people in there, we'll be answering their questions as they come up. But it's not a place for them to log anything. It's not a place for them to, you know, post their meal plans or anything like that, or transformation photos. This is just an informational group for them to get started strong and have all the information so that they feel 100% confident when they go into the challenge group, okay? Next, we have our self-care studio. So that is our ongoing challenge group. That is our transformation station, right? Like that's where our people are going to be. That's where they're going to be logging. That's where we're going to be adding content and value and going live and all of those things in that group. Okay, so that's the self-care studio. And like I said, I'm going to be putting all the units that are in the Launchpad in the self-care studio too, so that they can reference all of that. Hey, Carly. Thank you, Sandra. So that's our self-care studio. I'm also creating, we have our coaches page too. So I know our chat group gets busy. I'm going to start utilizing our coach page for like need to know. I'm going to be posting more links in there and stuff like that, so that the links that I post for you guys don't get lost in our group chat, because I love our group chat, but it does get busy and like important information can get lost. So I'm going to make sure that I'm posting all of that stuff in our LIBC coaches page. Okay. So we have that page for us and then our new coaches that come in. Let's see what else. Oh, okay. This is really important, guys. So obviously we have Transform 20 coming up in the new year, which is going to be like huge, like freaking Donald Trump voice, huge, right? Like this is going to be like big time, because Shanti is the man. Y'all know he's my older brother. Everyone knows Shanti. Everyone loves Shanti. He's giving us a 20-minute workout program, which is going to speak to like the masses. Okay, it's going to be freaking phenomenal. And then we have Keisha, who's going through the test group right now, who's going to be able to give us all of the insider information, so that we are best prepared for Transform 20. But guys, we have to put in the work now, so that when January comes, like that's when you reap the harvest, right? You can't expect to show up in January and be like, hey, I'm here to help. And people are like, well, where the hell have you been? And where were you the last 3 months of the year? You know, so you have to continually show up on your social media. You have to keep posting. You have to keep inviting. You have to keep adding value to your current challengers and to the people on your social media, right? Because that when they start in the new year, which inevitably happens every single year, when they start to feel like crap after eating crap for 3 months and, you know, not doing anything for 3 months and covering up their food with sweaters and coats, right? They're going to be like, okay, well, I know Stephanie showed up in my inbox twice in the last couple months, so maybe I should hit her up and see what she's got going on, right? Because if it's not you, it's going to be someone else. So remember that, and it's going to sting, right? Like if you're holding back from inviting someone, or you're holding back from telling someone what you got going on, and then you see that they're doing Transform 20 in January, you're going to be pissed. You're going to be like, damn it, I should have asked, right? So don't prejudge anyone. Don't assume that anyone doesn't want to do it. So get them involved with it for now. Build those healthy habits now, so that they are rip-roaring and ready to go for the new year. What we're going to do. So I know a lot of you guys have had issues like, you know, people having like price objections and stuff like that. And part of that, like we said, is making sure oh, everybody make sure you're muted. I can mute you guys. Never mind. Hold on. I got it. There we go. Okay. So one of those things is making sure that you're constantly providing value, right? You're constantly showing up, because the way you show up on your social media and the way cutting out, Stephanie. So the way that you show up on your social media and the way that you show up for your current challenges, or the people that are watching you, is the way they think you're going to show up for them in your challenge group, right? So if you are there one day and then you're gone for a week, they're going to be like, well, hell, if I sign up with Sheena and she only shows up on Mondays, like, what am I going to do if I need help on a Wednesday, right? So you have to continually show up, even when you don't feel like it, right? And it doesn't mean that every day is going to be unicorns and rainbows and sunshine coming out your butt. But you have to be there, be a face, go to your Instagram stories, let people get to know you, okay? Something that we're going to do, and you can decide how you want to do this, because you are your own business owner, right? So you can decide what this looks like for you. I can tell you what I'm going to do and what a couple of the other women in this group are going to do. And then I can give you guys some options of what you can do too. I highly, highly recommend, as in the Kate Morgan video, like you start a free community page where you can create a pipeline of people that if they're not ready yet, you don't lose them. You can show up for them. You can provide value for them. You can go in there a few times a week and give them something for nothing, right? So that when the time comes for them to, or for your next boot camp, they're like, well, heck, Anna's been, giving me all these amazing, tips and tricks and, recipes and all of this stuff. Like, hell yeah, I would sign up with Anna. She's awesome, right? So I'm going to create, my connection says it's unstable. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to create my own free community page, right? That is exclusive to me. We had this with Education Station, but Education Station, again, we grew so fast in Transformation Station that Education Station just became a dumping ground, right? A dumping ground for people, and like nobody was ever adding content in there, but the people were adding people in there and tagging them and stuff, and it was just confusing. We didn't know whose people belonged to who. So each of you are going to create your own free community or run your own free monthly groups, however you want to do it, right? Because that's how you build trust, credibility, love, like support from your people. And it's super, super important, right? Because a lot of you guys are like, well, they're telling me they want to do it, but they don't know. It's because something's holding them back, right? Something's holding them back. And you need to show them that like they're making a mistake if they don't sign with you, right? And that you're there to help them even if they haven't paid anything yet. So let me look at my notes. So think about how you can expand your impact, right? And each of us are different people, right? We work well together because collectively, like we have something in common, but we all have our different like traits. Like Stephanie's a freaking teacher, right? Anna's a stay-at-home mom. Carly and Jessica are former military. Like everybody has their own thing, right? So you're going to speak to a different audience of people, right? So it doesn't do me any good to do a group with every one of you guys and put all the people in the same group, because when I'm talking and adding value, it really doesn't mean anything to your audience, right? So Carly's going to be adding all the people that she talks to that aren't ready yet to her educational free group. I'm going to be adding all the people to my group. And then I can always let them know when my next boot camp group is starting so that they get VIP access, right? So you can treat it like, oh, guys, I'm going to open this up to you all before I open it up to the public. So I'm going to start my next boot camp on October 8th. If any of you guys want in, I'm going to let you guys know because I'm opening it up to the public on Monday. I'm going to post about it on social, right? So they have insider scoop. They feel important, and you're giving them first dibs at getting in. Okay, but it does help cultivate that trust and relationship. The key to this though, guys, here's the freaking thing. You cannot create a free group or a free community and not show up for it. Because I can tell you right now, your mind is going to be on your paid challengers, right? Which is only natural and only normal, right? You're trying to give them the most value, the best experience. But you're doing yourself and your business a huge disservice if you're not showing up for those people who are watching you and those people who are interested that just haven't pulled the trigger yet, okay? So you need to, when you create this free community, you need to sit down at the beginning of the month and create a monthly marketing plan for what you want to post in there. Like you need to create the whole freaking month, right? And don't overthink it, right? You can pull like fitness challenges from Pinterest. You can pull recipes off Pinterest. Like you don't have to reinvent the wheel, but you need to be giving them something. Yeah, look, Anna has her monthly marketing plan for her October. Her free group is starting October 1st. Okay. So share that, please share that in the coaches page and then share it in the chat too, if you would. Because you need to plan it out, because what's going to happen is if you go a week and you just forget about that group, it's going to go dead. It's going to lose engagement. The people in there are going to lose steam. And they're like, the way that you show up in that group is going to be a reflection of the way they feel like you're going to show up for them in your challenger, in your challenge group, right? So this is really important, guys. And it's going to help your business grow. It's something extra, but that's okay. If you're really serious about turning this into a business and creating like what you want from this, whether it's full-time income, part-time income, side hustle money, whatever, you need to treat it like a business, right? Let me see what else I have. So Kate Morgan, she said that she does post in her group on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and she kind of gave an example in her video of what she posts in there. And like I said, it's just super simple stuff. It's not anything that you have to check in on these people or anything like that. It's just providing them some content that engages them, right, and that adds value to their life. So what do you guys think about that? What questions do you have about creating your own free group? Because you can also, if you choose, if you feel like that's too much and that's not something that you want to take on, creating your own pipeline, you can do monthly free groups and open and close it if you want to. The problem with opening and closing groups is that you lose people, right? Someone's in your free group in September and then you don't re-add them to your free group in October, then they're gone, right? And they're not going to see your post, they're not going to see your face, and then you're out of sight, out of mind, in the words of Alana. So what questions do you guys have about anything that I've talked about? So let me check the chat really quick. As far as our new groups that are starting, and then our creating your own educational community. Yes. Anna said if you haven't watched the Kate Morgan video yet, it's definitely worth your time. And it definitely is. It's in Beachbody Champions, but we've posted the link a few times in the group chat. So definitely check that out. Just feel free to unmute yourself. You don't have to put it in the chat.
So I was talking to Whitney and Megan the other day, and we decided to go ahead and do like a boot camp when we were going to October 1st. So I was actually like literally in the middle of setting up like how to do everything. Like I have all this stuff, everything that you just mentioned, that I was setting up. Should I continue doing that, or should I just jump on your back and piggyback off of yours?
So what you can do, if you already have like a free, are you doing your own, like, so you're doing your own paid boot camp or your free boot camp?
Free, just a clean week.
Okay, cool. Okay, so for your clean week group, you guys can go together and do it together too. Like if a few of you guys want to partner together and be success partners and accountability partners and do it together, you totally can. Or you can do it individually. Like if you're going to do it with Megan and Whitney, that's perfect. You guys can create that free community together and pipeline all of your people into that. I would say the people that are doing clean week, that sign up for your clean week, don't start a new group. You've already put the work into creating that group and putting people in there, keep it, right? Like there's no sense in like flushing those people out or transitioning them to a new free group, right? You're going to do the clean week in there, and then you can do clean weeks periodically, like, you know, once every couple months you can do a clean week in there, right? And then in between, you can do whatever content that you want. Does that make sense? Yeah. Cool. Anyone else have any questions? I'm pumped, guys. I feel like our culture, like just with our people, we have a very unique culture compared to a lot of the people in Transformation Station and everything. And I know all of those coaches personally, and I love all of them, and I love a lot of those challengers, but I feel like we're unique, and it's time that we create our own brand. We create our own, like I said, our own culture. And our people are going to benefit from having us a little more intimately than in Transformation Station. So if your people stay in Transformation Station, you can feel free to stay in there. You don't have to stay in there. But if you put people in the new self-care studio, like you need to show up in there and check on your people, because that's the biggest thing. Is at the end of the day, and remember, the time management is sexy video is also really amazing, right? Because it talks about how to manage your how to manage your time. Oh my God. Hey, no. To where it's not like you're on your phone all day, you're not checking in all day, you don't feel like you're at the beck and call of your challengers or your coaches or whatever, right? You create that time. You carve out what your business hours are. This is a business. So you work when you want to work, right? That being said, you do got to hustle, right? You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to check in 5 minutes in the morning and that's all, and I hope my business grows. No, you do need to do the vital behaviors. And you do need to make sure at the end of the day, you go into the community page, sort the post by the newest post, and comment on people's page. Because there's nothing that irritates me more than when I go into Transformation Station and somebody's asked a question like 8 hours ago and nobody's answered it. Like that freaking makes my blood boil. Because I'm like, there are like How many coaches in this group, and not a single one of them saw this post and thought to reply to this lady? Like, no, that's unacceptable, right? So at the end of the day, scroll through, make sure that everybody's taken care of, whether they're your people or my people or whatever, but especially your own people, right? Don't let your own people go without having their questions answered or cheering them on. If they post a non-scale victory or they post something that they did or they post their meal, you need to be there like freaking right there that day to comment on it, right? Don't wait a week and then go back and be like, oh my gosh, I love that salad that you posted. No, you know, be present in the group. What else? I think Cassandra may have been the only person here that was a coach whenever we combined forces to make Transformation Station, right, Cassandra? What else? All right.
No, I think Megan and Whitney were too, weren't they?
Whitney was. Oh yeah, Whitney was. Well, Whitney's not on the call. Yeah.
Okay.
Megan,
Well,
maybe not Megan. I don't know if it was. I have to look and see. If there are no more questions, anything else that you guys, besides what we talked about today? So going forward, you're going to put all your people that are enrolling in the Launchpad. Okay. Don't add them to Transformation Station anymore. Add them to the Launchpad. Create your own free community group, right? It's just a group. You can do it in social learning style. You can do it just as a regular group, whatever you want. But do create a space for you to filter your people into. Okay. So all those people, and how you present that, I didn't even go over that. So your people are like, no, you know what? Not right now. You know, I don't have the money or Penny. Oh my gosh, guys. Sorry. That I don't have the money, or maybe next month, or I have something going on. I have to have surgery or something. Seth, can you please come get Penny? Then you're gonna be like, cool girl, no worries. I just wanted to let you know that I do have a free ongoing community where I pop in and I add a lot of, you know, value and meal plan and content and stuff like that. So, you know, feel free if you want to. Here's the link to join that. You just join it. It's a completely free community. Lots of great women in there. Blah blah blah. All right, super simple, super casual. Don't like, you know, overthink it. Just give them the link if they want to join. Great. Or you can ask them if they want you to add them, and then you can add them to that group. Right. But then you have your whole list. You don't even need Streak. Because guess what? Your whole list of people that you need to follow up with is right in that freaking educational community, okay? Courtney, I have a page for my boot camp that I teach. It's just trying to transition them, that stuff. So guys, listen, some of your people are gonna wanna do their own thing, right? You give them what they want. This is like, you serve them. You let them know that you're going to show up in the community and add a lot of content and stuff. But if they want weekly check-ins via Messenger Pod, and that's how they want to do it for their first, 30 days, 5 weeks, whatever, then just do that, right? Don't force anybody to be a part of anything that they don't want to. Most people, that's the part that they're missing, though. I will tell you, the community and the accountability and the support and the, group atmosphere, that's where people are missing it, right? People can get workouts, people can get meal plans, people can get supplementation anywhere, right? The difference is in the community, the difference is in the coaching, the difference is in you being there to show up for them, right? So, like I said, make sure that you're explaining to them like what it is. It's not just another Facebook group. Like, we're not, explain to them the value of being in the group. And if they are completely against being in Facebook groups, I've never had that happen, no worries, So
you said that there's a launch pad that we're going to be adding them into? I don't see that.
I posted the link in the thread. So scroll back up just a little bit and you'll see the link to the Launchpad group. And again, it's literally just educational units like that I typed up and put all the information that they need to get started strong. Okay. All right, that's all I had. Is there anything I can help you guys with, that's not transition related, right? Anything that your customers need help with, you need help with, anything like that. And if you guys haven't listened to like the last 90 days or taken on the last 90-day challenge, that thing that's pretty freaking awesome. And I definitely highly recommend it because it's going to keep you from taking your foot off the gas this last 3 months of the year, right? In your own personal journey and then with your coaching too, right? Because you don't want to get off track in October, November, and December with your own health and fitness, right? You've worked hard. All of you guys, I know you have. You've worked hard all freaking summer and all spring to get the results that you have now. Don't let it go, right? You're going to be pissed if you like, or if it's New Year's Eve and you're like feeling like, you know, disgusting, right? So stay on track with your own health and fitness. That doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but it does mean that you need to be mindful. And I can tell you one thing, when you are on track with your own health and fitness journey and sharing it, you're also on track with your coaching journey, right? It makes it so much easier. But if you're off track with your health and fitness, it makes it easy to let coaching go to the wayside too, right? All right. There's nothing else. Let me check the chat. That's all I have. Someone take a picture so we can, mine has a super stupid glare on it, so I can't take a photo. But yeah, thank you guys for all jumping on. I'm super freaking pumped. Just smile. Awesome. So I'm super pumped for everything that we have going forward. I think this is really going to allow us to grow, us to serve our clients better, us to serve our people better, and for you guys to really step into the leadership roles and, you know, be the leaders that I know you guys can be. I feel like it's easy to take a back seat when there's so many other coaches and everything in the bigger group. You just kind of feel like, well, they got it. Like, I'm cool. Like, I'm just going to do my own thing. But now we've stripped away the safety net. So you guys are going to have to step up and, you know, like I said, be the leaders that I know that you can be, okay? All right. There's nothing else. I will talk to you guys probably in the chat a little bit later this evening. But you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, guys?